Hi, sorry, I knew the timer wasn't up yet, but I wanted to get started. Hi everyone, welcome in, good evening. How are y'all doing today? Hi Sora, welcome in, welcome in. Now today is a good day for me. I hope y'all also having a good day. And yeah, so I'll just, hang on, I actually need to pin this to the top, but yeah, new video out now on my YouTube channel. The very same channel you're like, if you're watching on YouTube, it's the very same channel you're watching right now. And I already hang on, where the heck did this video go? I had the link right here. Oh no, don't start playing it yet. Here, I'm gonna pin it. Here you go. Hi Sarah. You are not. What are you not? Let me pin this message real quick to all of my individual chats. I have 3 chats to manage now, and it's probably going to become even more in the future. If I were to expand even further to like different streaming services, it's probably going to become even more chats. But how are you doing today, Sarah? Sarah, I spoke Ashki yesterday. She was streaming. I'm somewhat out of metal pipe points, so you're... Really? Did you threw so many metal pipes that you can no longer throw metal pipes? It's actually a good thing because I forgot to launch tits, so let me do that real quick. So that if anyone wants to throw metal pipes, they can. But I'm kind of impressed that you ran out of points for that, because like I know that I made the metal pipe a little bit more expensive, but it's not that expensive, is it? Is it too expensive now? It's difficult to like judge how expensive to make certain things, because some people, they're here, you know, they're kind of always hanging out passively in the background, and so they'll like acquire a lot of points and just but other people, like they only now and then tune in to throw a metal pipe, and they of course never have points. It's very difficult to like judge it. Oh, hang on, let me get that for you, Sora. That's the wrong one. There we go. Can you guys even see the metal pipes? Wait a second, why is the capture not working properly? I just realized, I think that the capture is not working properly for the metal pipes. Hang on, let me see if I can fix that. Tits. Ay. Hang on. There's something here is not going. It's not working properly. I might have to like reset this. Hang on. Game capture tits. Capture specific window. Capture Twitch integrated throwing system. Yes. No, doesn't work. Why is that? Let's try something else. Let's try window capture, tits, Twitch integrated throwing. That's not what you're supposed to capture. Something here is not going right at all. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. I know what the problem is. I know what it is. It's very simple, chat. If I want to update tits, I have to launch tits as administrator. But by launching it as administrator, it becomes inaccessible to OBS because shit isn't complicated enough. It has to be even more complicated. So I have to launch tits normally. Now it should work. Yes, I see it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It wouldn't be a Rico stream without some scuff, would it? No, would it? Of course it wouldn't. It's never that easy. That's the wrong window. Here we go. Alright, hi. So now we're here. Rico the mechanic. Yes, kind of. We can see your model animation, but not the pipe. It's like when a cat preemptively pushes back its ears before you pet it. Yeah, kind of. And Sarah sent me a DM about how she's doing. Let me check. Hang on. Let me try. How are you doing, Sarah? Sarah sent me a screenshot that explains everything. Like, when Sarah sends me like a screenshot of the name of a certain company, I immediately know everything I need to know. Also, hang on, give me 1 second, chat. I forgot to like do a few things. But yeah, so if you, the link that I pinned at the top of all of my chats, I hope that's my new YouTube video. It's a heavily edited supercut of a playthrough I did several months ago in November. Just give me 1 second. Oh god, it's so fucking warm. Apparently it should get cooler again starting next week, but right now it's so fucking warm. You know that we have an air conditioning in this house, and it's only on the bottom floor. It's not on in my office. I don't have an air conditioning, and I'm strongly considering to just like have it set up here as well. But like, I don't know. My roommate is kind of annoying about it. He doesn't want to use the air conditioning because it consumes so much electricity. But even he is reaching his breaking point. He's actually like, you know, maybe we should turn it on tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be even warmer than today. He's calling me now? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, Sarah, tell me about it. I know everything about your pain. It's 35 degrees Celsius over there. Yeah, I've seen like it's in the heart of Europe. It's like even worse. I've seen like parts of France. People just straight up like my rigger, Sherry. He straight up cannot go outside right now because it's so fucking warm in the heart of France. And I can imagine it being that bad in Austria as well. By the way, a friend of mine is in Austria right now. She's an American friend of mine. I don't know why she's in Austria, but she's in Austria right now. She like keeps like posting things about typical European things and asking me like, "Hey, is this normal?" And then I go, "Yeah, it is." Because it's you don't live in Europe. Like it's kind of she's kind of blown away by how popular the World Cup is here, because yeah, Americans, they know about the World Cup, but it's happening in their own country and everything. But they're not like super in tune with it. She should eat semmelknödel. Hang on, I'm gonna tell her that. Hang on. See, I don't know what a semmelknödel is, but it sounds good. It sounds very delicious. I know Austrians have like a lot of delicious food. Also, let me make sure that actually the music looks like it's fine. So I can probably leave it at this. I might turn it a little bit down. Yeah, we'll do it over here. This is a good volume, I think. I should come visit Switzerland. Oh yeah, you're not Austrian. You're Swiss. You're Swiss, right? I'm gonna be very honest. I am that guy. I always mix up Austria and Switzerland. You know, but like I live in the Netherlands, the country that's like perpetually confused with Belgium. So I know your pain. Okay, but yeah, so the link that I just pinned to like the top of all of my chats, that is my new YouTube video. In November last year, I played a game called Backrooms Escape Together with VDog and a bunch of her friends. 5 of us in total. I recorded my perspective, but I didn't stream it. VDog did stream it. And afterwards, I asked her for her VOD because I was like, hey, I might want to do something with this one of these days. And then came the news that we were gonna get a Backrooms video, a Backrooms movie, and I was like, you know what, this will be the perfect time. I had just finished the Aladdin video, so I was like, this would be the perfect time for me to start working on this Backrooms video and release it together with the movie to benefit from, you know, like whatever they call that when you like upload when you like post something on YouTube following a particular trend in the algorithm. And then I needed an extra month to finish the video, so it's a month later than I wanted it out. But hey, I think it turned out really well. I'm really happy with the way that it turned out, and I'm also I'm especially happy that I didn't try to rush it, even though it might have been better for the algorithm to kind of rush it a little bit. But I've done that once where I like released a video before I was happy with it because I wanted to benefit from like a bump in the algorithm, and I still feel bad about that. I'm just not proud of that video, and it irks me. So that's why with this one I was like, no, I'm just gonna keep working on it, make sure that it's completely ready and the way that I want it before I upload it. I have friends confusing Swiss with Sweden, so I'm used to it. Oh my god. You're like in completely the wrong part of Europe if you do that. But yeah, so anyway, we're gonna be watching, just like I did for the Aladdin video, I'm gonna be throwing a watch party for this video. We're gonna be watching it at the next whole hour, so in half an hour from now. I have a Backrooms game called The Complex Expedition that's I might play until then or after that. I'll have to see. So I have a it's kind of it's kind of a plan B. Can you tell that I did not rehearse this? The way I'm stumbling over my words. It's kind of a plan B, that game, because I'm gonna be very honest. Yeah, boy has not been sleeping well with this heat, and yeah, boy is a itty bitty little bit tired. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep streaming after we finish the watch party, but we're not gonna start with the watch party until the next whole hour to give people the chance to like hop in and everything. But yeah, how are y'all doing today? Hope y'all having a very good day. Hang on, chat. What I am going to do is I am going to capture my browser real quick, which I think should still be set up. Where's Edge? Ah, here we go. All right. Yeah, so over here you can see my browser. I have everything already set up and ready to go for when we watch the video. But until then, let's do our usual thing. Let me see. I don't want to like start watching the video now and have to interrupt it, you know. So also let me change the music. So I'm probably just gonna like mess around a little bit on the internet until we start watching the video. Dinosaur needs his snappy nap. I'm not a dinosaur, you little whippersnapper. I'm very excited about the video. So this video took me only 2 months to work on, which is much faster than my previous videos, and that's another thing I'm really happy with, because this video was technically quite complex. I'll go into all the details once I start watching it. Like I want to like show you guys how I pulled certain effects off and everything, because I learned a lot about the possibilities and the power of DaVinci also while I was making this. I shall call you Dad. Please don't call me that. Hang on, my stream deck is not plugged in. Please don't call me Dad. Please don't do that. I don't think I think I would crumble to dust if you were to call me Dad. Alright, that's better. Oh yeah, the Steam Summer Sale started, by the way, so this is your chance to pick up game. If you've been thinking about getting game, this is your chance to get game. Which includes some of my favorite game, like SnowRunner is on sale again, which is like a game I've like, you come on, I've streamed, I think I might have streamed SnowRunner more than any other game at this point. Like, Chris and I, we are so addicted to that game. We play it every Saturday, so I can strongly recommend SnowRunner. By the way, they patched, you guys remember Chris and I launching more than one truck into space in SnowRunner? They finally fixed that bug. The Pacific P-17 trailer is no longer bugged. So it will actually behave now. So I can finally reclaim those costs. I'm very happy with that. It's also a bit of a shame because it was so funny. And I kind of regret not making like a short out of it or something. And maybe I'll still do that, yeah. It was so fucking funny, yeah. But honestly, it's better because I did have a lot of money invested in that trailer, and I can finally like sell it back now. I'll do that next Saturday if Chris wants to play next Saturday. But yeah, so Steam Summer Sale. So if you want the game and you listen, if you have a backlog, we all have a Steam backlog. It's just part of it, especially when your Steam account is as old as mine. You have a Steam backlog. So, you know, be considerate of your money. Don't spend money you cannot afford to spend. But also, if there is a game you really want, you know, look, just give it, just be smart about it. If there's a game you really want and you know you're gonna play it, don't be like, but I have a backlog, you know. But if it's a game where you're like, I kind of want this and it's on sale now, then you should be like, you know, Steam games go on sale a lot, so maybe I won't. Speaking of which, is the Captain of Industry on sale? That's like a game that I really like. Yeah, Captain of Industry is on sale. The Trains expansion is not, however. I'm kind of waiting, like, I'm kind of holding off on buying the Trains expansion until that goes on sale, which it might never do, since it's supposed to be like an extra way for them to fund the game. But it's not on sale right now, so I don't care about it. You're so considerate. The way that you call me dad. Right. Anyway, yeah, so Steam Summer Sale, you know the drill. I've gone through like over a dozen of these so far. It's kind of funny how the Steam Summer Sale has become such an internet phenomenon that people are like memeing it. Even though the Steam Summer Sale is like nowhere near as big of a deal as it used to be, because it got so common, you know. But it's still, it's still kind of a big event. I'm kind of curious, did Final Fantasy go on sale? Final Fantasy 14, yeah, Dawntrail is on sale, yeah. Nice. If you wanna get caught up on Final Fantasy expansions, Dawntrail is on sale. Ignore the Steam reviews. People are still mad about one character in Dawntrail. She has even barely appeared in the recent few patch quests, and people are still mad about her. Man, if EverCold is gonna have a character like that everyone is gonna be pissing themselves over for 2 years, I might just quit the Final Fantasy community entirely and block the terms on socials. Dawntrail tastes so much better when there's not someone bitching in your ear about how bad it is. Okay, anyway, enough complaining from me. You're so considerate about your money? Yeah, you should be. You should be, Sora. It's a good thing to like. Look, you have plenty of years to build up a big Steam backlog, believe me. Let's get to this. The best MMO multiplayer deals from Steam's 2026 summer sale, blah blah blah. Everything is on sale. Guild Wars 2 has a big sale. I still have a bunch of expansions I have to pick up for Guild Wars 2. Wait, Windrose is on sale? Super Summer Survival Bundle. What is that? Ooh. Oh, Windrose is on sale. And Dragon Wilds too. I might have to pick those two up then. No, they're not very big sales or anything, but couldn't hurt. Oh, look, it's Co Carnage playing V Rising. V Rising, by the way, is also pretty good. I like Co. Yeah, Ko is like the real streamer dad, like he's actually a dad in real life, and he has that kind of energy of like a dad. I've not watched him in a while, but I enjoy his streams when I do watch them. He has a very nice energy. EVE Online isn't on sale, but it's 75% off. Man, the current state of EVE makes me so sad. It's just kind of a giant money. Yeah, EVE has a lot of problems, and they only get worse over time. Sadly, I cannot recommend EVE in its current state. May, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Totally not modding the shit out of your motorcycle. Are you totally not working on your motorcycle right now? That's kind of totally. That would be totally cool if you actually were working on it, Survival Box and Shrouded. Well, oh, and Shrouded is coming out of early access. That's nice. Fucking vanilla World of Warcraft. Oh yeah, have you? I saw this news. Jura posted about it in the Discord server that Sony and Bungie are like firing even more people because the end of the fiscal, I think at like the end of some fiscal year or fiscal quarter or something is coming up. The fact that they're like fucking laying off even more people at Bungie is like kind of blows my mind, because that is already like a skeleton crew at this point. God, Bungie is such a horrible example of just total and utter mismanagement, Like, it's not the fault of the people working there that their managers had no idea what they were doing. And yet they have to, like, pay for it. It's so sad. It's not the way that it should be, It fucking sucks. And Bungie is already, like, running like ragged on, like, the people that they have left. Like, why do you think people have no faith in Bungie products anymore? Because these kind of stories keep happening. You're losing all the institutional knowledge and everything. That's what killed Halo, the new Halo game. Because after Halo Infinite finished development, you know what they did? They got rid of the original development team and they started working with contractors. Because it was cheaper. Contractors that had to, like, be retrained every time they've got a bunch of new ones, which was like every month, every like 6 months or something. So they just where most of the development, like most of the post-launch development time on Halo Infinite was spent training people on how to develop for Halo, and then they were gone by the time they finally kind of knew what they were doing. It's so sad that big organizations just seem incapable of understanding that, like, you cannot do this with your people in your organization. People are not gears, you know? It's not like you swap out some gears. It's not like you replace the steam engine, you put some coal into it, you know, you like put a new distribution belt on there. That's not how people work. You can do that with a steam engine, you cannot do that with people. It's tragic. I hope they'll fucking learn the lesson, but I think we're gonna see like one of these really big organizations topple or something. I think that Xbox is gonna implode completely before any lessons will be learned from this. Oh, Cyberpunk is 70% off, is it? I still need to pick up... Yeah, Phantom Liberty as well is on a pretty deep sale. I have never finished Cyberpunk. I played it back when it launched. Big mistake, by the way. I should not have done that. But I played it back when it launched. I got like halfway through the game, I think, or so, before I got into a mission that was completely bugged out, and it completely and utterly destroyed my immersion. And at that point I was like, I need to stop playing this, because I am ruining my own experience. I'm gonna stop playing it until they patch this shit. And now they've patched this shit, and I have never returned to it yet. But see, the good thing about it is I can actually like play it on stream now. Because I was not a streamer back when I played that stuff, because that was in 2020. And your boy started streaming in 2023. So that's the nice thing about it. It means I can like play the whole thing on stream at least now. I do want to do that. I'm just like a little bit worried because like I know that you can, like, I'm kind of curious how I want to approach it, you know, like specifically in regards to like the nudity and such that is in that game. It's not about the nudity, it's more about, I'm like, should I turn on streamer mode? Might it be funny to have like nudity turned on? Because it's gonna be streamed under the mature content filter anyway, you know? And I've seen the sex scenes in Cyberpunk and they are so fucking weird. They're so fucking funny, the sex scenes in Cyberpunk. You know, it's not erotic at all. It's just weird. It's so fucking funny, and that's like a big reason why I kind of want to play that game with everything turned on. I think it's allowed under the Twitch rules to have everything turned on in that game. It's just it's just because it's so fucking funny. Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, I think you've seen it, Sora. Have you seen, like, there's like that one corpo lady, the one with the mullet. I forgot her name. Stout or something. There's like a, if you like say the right things to her, compliment her tattoos, she will like summon you to a hotel room. And I went there not knowing what was coming. I did not click in my mind what was gonna happen. So I entered that hotel room and she's there like in like a sexy outfit, and you have like, yeah, like you fuck her, but it's like so fucking weird. Just a bunch of like close-ups of her face going like, oh yeah, and cutting back and forth, and I felt like I was having a fever dream. It was, I don't know what it was, but it was like the furthest thing away from like eroticism that I've ever seen. It was so bamboozled. Yeah, that's the right word. It was bamboozled. It's like it was like the opposite of like a sexy scene, you know. It was the polar opposite. It was weird and sterile, and it felt awkward and just fucking funny. So anyway, so that's why I think I'm gonna leave that stuff on in Cyberpunk. But I do need to check exactly what the rules on that stuff are, because I know that Twitch allows nudity in video games, if the video game is not primarily about sex, you know, like if the nudity is only a small component of it. I think specifically they don't allow showing penetration, and they don't allow showing erect penis. I think that's specifically what they don't allow. And most other stuff is fine as long as the primary focus of the game is not sex. And believe me, Cyberpunk is not, the primary focus of the game is not sex, though they would have put a little more effort into those scenes. Fucking Baldur's Gate 3 has better sex scenes than Cyberpunk. You could play Dispatch? Yeah, I think so. I know Dispatch has like nudity in it, but isn't it like censored? Like, I know that streamers, like big streamers, have streamed Baldur's Gate 3 with nudity turned on. And I remember tuning into like Jesse Cox's stream, and there were straight up titties and cock on screen, you know. Like it was limp cock, it was limp hog, and it was like just titties just sitting there, you know. But it was there, and he's like one of the OGs from Twitch. So if he's allowed to do that kind of stuff, unless the rules have changed again, should be fine. You can turn it on and off. Turn the hawk off. Me flipping the hawk switch. But yeah, anyway, Dispatch is also on my list of games I still want to play someday, and Expedition 33 as well, even though, man, I have to say that all of the AI stuff around Expedition 33 did kind of sour me on it, but it's still a game I really want to play. And I should probably get to it while I'm still 33, coming to think of it. Otherwise I miss that like great opportunity, you know, that little bit of clickbait that I can put into it. Okay, anyway, enough about hawks and cyberpunks and shit. Let's get back to our list of news. New Aeon 2 dev video confirms monetization plans. I keep forgetting that this is coming out. It looks really pretty. Dispatch is one of my fave games because I really enjoy cinematic games. What I've seen of it looks really good. Also, I've seen that people really like the Invisible Girl. For obvious reasons. And the Demon Lady. God, the Demon Lady. I have to admit, after seeing the Demon Lady, I'm like, yeah, I get why people like this game so much. She's very pretty. She's very pretty. Malevola, yeah. She's so pretty. Multiplayer remains a clear focus for Dune Awakening, says Funcom in its single player explainer. Oh yeah, they're releasing this for single player, which Dune Awakening feels very multiplayer focused. Because there's not that much to do for single player. That's not true. You can do a lot. You've seen me play that game single player. It's just that I don't really know how a single player's world would work, because the world is kind of empty without other people in it. Like, it's really a world built just for people to put up bases in all kinds of remote corners. Although, like, I've been running around in a single player game in Conan Exiles, and I have to say that game also feels kind of empty without other players running around. So, So yeah. I don't know how this is gonna work. Especially when you wanna like harvest spice on your own. Like, you know, like with a sandcrawler, you kinda need another person to be in the carrier to quickly pick up the sandcrawler if a worm approaches. I have no idea how they're gonna do that in single player. You can smell your rice burning. Why are you like, do you have like rice cooking while you're tinkering with your with your bike? Villagers and Heroes. I've never heard of this game. What is this? Okay. Monster Fantasy. Lord of the Rings Online. Tests his new PvP class. I'm kind of amazed that this game still exists. I guess that's the power of Lord of the Rings. This is an old one, Lord of the Rings Online. This is an old MMO. It has stood the test of time. This is one of the few MMOs from like that era when you had like the big MMO boom following the success of World of Warcraft. This is one of the few that managed to hang in there. Like, so most of them are dead now. This was the live service, like the desire, the craving for live service games before the current era. Camille's coming on Anvil tomorrow. Good for him. In addition to putting a new Angmarim sorceress through her paces, this round of testing, blah 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 blah. Yeah, sure, whatever. Oh yeah, and Guild Wars launched on mobile, which still blows my mind. Good for you, yeah. I cannot believe that Guild Wars 1 is not only still getting updates, that the fact that they fucking ported it to mobile is like fucking blows my mind. That's amazing. I need to like download this actually. I need to like download this client and just see how it works, because it sounds so funny to be able to play this on mobile. Newbies to the franchise can play Prophecies for free with ads and then disable ads and unlock campaigns. Oh wow. That's kind of interesting. Oh, there's apparently there's some Steam stuff. Man, things with Steam always go wrong. They ported it to mobile. Yeah, Guild Wars has been ported to mobile. Yeah, one that is, not two. This is one, but hey, still, you know, makes perfect sense when you think about it because it's an old game and it probably runs really well on modern phones. I remember back on my first computer, I would crank Guild Wars up to like maximum graphics, and my computer would struggle with it. Like it could not run a stable 60 frames per second with Guild Wars 1 at maximum graphics. But my old computer was like, it was a very old computer, you know. It was like, oh god, how old? It's like at this point like 20 years old or something. So it didn't have the power to run Guild Wars 1 at like full capacity. I got like a RAM upgrade and I got a better GPU for it at some point in its life cycle, but still, you know, it was an old computer. But a lot cheaper than modern computers. Removes Open Earth after Joyride cheesing. I did see that Dune got another update that they removed. So it used to be that you would have you guys have seen me fly around on an ornithopter in Dune Awakening. Another player can stand on your thopter. It used to be that they could stand on there no matter how fast you moved. So people who do that would all stand on top of an ornithopter and just like fire guns and launch like missiles and shit and blow shit up and be like a menace. And they're gonna they've removed that. Like if a thopter goes too fast, you'll fall off now. Which is probably for the best because that was never intentional and people were using it to cheese in PvP. New World's last devs asked player to post their patch wishes for the MMO before 2027 sunset. Kind of amazing. Man, New World is another good example of how all of the live service rush fucked things over. But hey, at least it got to exist for a few years. GTA 6, man, when I was reminded that GTA 6 is not releasing on PC together with console, all of my hype for that game instantly died, you know? I don't care. I'm not getting a PlayStation just for GTA 6. I'm not doing that. Sony can go fuck itself. After they finish fucking over Bungie. Warpunk, never heard of it. DCUO, does that still exist? That's kind of amazing. I played DCUO once, like more than a decade ago, and that was I don't remember what it was, to be honest. I don't remember if I had fun or not, so I probably didn't. But like MMO early on, you know, in the tutorial is usually not the most fun time to play it anyway. Are you upset that Guild Wars 3 seems to be ditching the Zerg? What? What do you mean? Mass Zerg gameplay. Fighting into a zone with dozens of other people in low stress, low commitment way is really fun. Oh, the stuff where like if Guild Wars 2 has like world bosses where you just pile onto them with like a massive group of people. That kind of stuff. I'm not gonna miss that probably in Guild Wars 3 because I never really liked that. I can remember in Final Fantasy 14 how bad the game breaks and a lot of people pile into an instance and fight the same boss. So I'm not really married to that kind of stuff, you know. I know Guild Wars 2 was a bit better at running that, but still. World of Warcraft will introduce Discord and guild integration. Really? That's kind of interesting. Right, just in time for Discord enforcing Persona as age verification. Lovely. Now there's a new Turtle WoW World of Warcraft Rogue server spin-off called Octo WoW. What? Your rice is completely black? Uh-oh. Well, time to order takeout. Oh yeah, I heard about this. Claude Guillemot was passed away in a plane crash. That's so sad. He was like, I think he was like the less controversial of Ubisoft's founders. Like he was the brother. People called him the good brother. So it's tragic. But it's like Ubisoft is already in big trouble. Man, what the fuck happened to Ubisoft? It's so that company is so like the fact that they're remaking Black Flag and Rayman Legends And they have like, as far as I know, they have like, well, they have Lara Croft, don't? No, Lara Croft is not Ubisoft. Like, what original games does Ubisoft have still in development? That studio has been stuck in a holding pattern for years. Like they're still running Siege, which is making them money, but other than that, it's all remakes right now. There's no original games. I swear I'm a good cook. Spoken like someone who just let their rice burn. How do you fuck up rice? Like, how did you do that? It's rice. It's like it requires real skill to fuck up rice. Sea of Thieves custom C system. What? Wait, what? You're gonna be spoiled for choice. Rare introduced this system to let players make their own realms. In short, there's tools for any Sea of Thieves player to invent and build game modes, challenges, and private worlds of their own devising. Using a combination of straightforward session switches and an in-game command menu, you can shape each custom C session to your own rules and save as a preset. That sounds kind of cool. Oh, that's kind of cool. So you can make like a pure competitive mode. Infinite ammo pirate sounds funny. You could do like something where everyone has infinite ammo, but like there's like fucking tons of enemies everywhere. Well, I want to see how badly you fucked up your rice. Yes, I want to see it. Show me the fucked up rice. Show me the rice that kills you. I could see this be amazing for like, you know how like how Kraken used to organize those like those competitions and would just spawn in like monsters on top of people. Or like for like machinima, I could see this be very useful, especially with the free cam. Yeah, this looks really cool. I get the gist of it though. But so chat, I'm gonna quickly take a short break. Gonna quickly refresh my water because I will need to stay hydrated, and then we're gonna watch this video. So I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. How are y'all doing today, by the way? Hope y'all having a good day. I hope y'all are gonna enjoy this video. It's time. Hang on, let me quickly ping my server. Hang on, let me go back to the start of the video. There. Also, I saw... Sora, That's not Rise anymore. That's like... I thought you were like using slight hyperbole when you said black, but it's just completely burned. Hang on. Like, what the fuck is this? That's not Rise anymore. Oh my god. What happened? Isn't it beautiful? It looks horrible. Like, what the hell? Is the pan okay? Is your rice cooker okay? It looks so horrible. Okay, anyway, I need to stay focused. Let's watch the video. So right off the bat, chat, you might see here. This is something last time I showed like a preview of this on stream. I wanted to show this part as well, and it very quickly went. Oh god, I don't want to see my recommendations. I keep being afraid that I'm gonna see like some spoiler for Deltarune in the recommendations, so I'd have them. I got like a plugin for what did I get a plugin for? For Firefox. To hide my recommendations on YouTube, just so I wouldn't get spoiled on Deltarune. Unfortunately, we're now looking at my Edge browser instead of my Firefox browser, so of course the plugin is not here. But looks like there are no spoilers in the sidebar. Like, I already saw Vinny tweet something, and I was like, Vinny of all people, the guy who has famously not played Undertale or Deltarune, why is he talking about about the new chapter? But it's okay. Okay, so what I'm in addition setting up is here. Let me see, is this yeah, DaVinci Resolve. Okay. So here is my DaVinci setup. Like I said, I want to like when I'm like get to certain points, I want to like go a little bit more in depth about certain things, because I think it's because I'm really proud of the way that I set up some of these things. But we'll get there when we get there. Because some of these things, like some of the things I've done in this video, are very complicated. So I want to like talk a little bit about how I did them, to kind of like see if I can inspire anyone to experiment with DaVinci, because the kind of stuff you can do in DaVinci if you get creative is really cool. I've only scratched the surface of what you can do in this software. It's insanely powerful. And the fact that you can do all of this stuff in it makes me extra sad that they're like going so hard into AI shit, because you don't need AI. You can already do so many cool things in DaVinci without all of the AI bullshit, you know? Anyway, let's watch the video now. Oh, I should probably, to make sure that I should shrink the viewport a little bit on the vertical stream, that you can see the whole thing, because otherwise I'm going to be overlapping. This is one of those rare cases where I'm going to be overlapping. Wait, what do you mean I have two window captures? I already have a window capture of DaVinci? Where does this come from? Oh yeah, I have another one in the back. Alright, anyway. Let's watch the video now. So obviously, I always open videos with like a cold open to like something that's gonna happen later on in the video. This is like just kind of a general good practice when you make like a YouTube video. It improves like it removes how do you call that? Retainments. You know, like someone opens the video, they see the first few seconds, and they might tune out. And the idea of having a cold open is that it might keep people watching for longer to like see where the funny moment from the start of the video is going to happen. Like plenty of videos do this kind of stuff. This is very common, very normal video editing stuff, you know. So I do one here as well. Your mom is indeed not really happy seeing that pot. I could imagine that. Yeah, if I was your mom or your dad, I would not be happy either. Man. The Barkrooms. I came up with this title a very long time ago. So by the way, thank you to everyone who joined me for this video. In this video, fuck. So that's me, Vdog Girl, very great person, very great streamer. Gonna be playing something else with her tomorrow, actually. Gonna be playing Mecha Chameleon with her. Celia, very lovely person. Had a lot of fun with playing with her as well. She often plays with... She's a very close friend of Vdog. All of these people are like very close friends of Vdog, so that's why they were all there. Same Rapper Taxi and Reiji. Two very funny people, very active in Vdog's community as well. It was lovely playing this game with them. They've all been like these people are really the reason why this video turned out so well, because they gave me so much awesome material. Your work as an editor becomes so much easier when the footage you're editing is like already just very funny to begin with, and that definitely was thanks to these people. So made my work like easier, because this video was enough of a headache as it was. Of course, edited by your boy. Recorded in Backrooms Escape Together. If you want to play co-op, the Backrooms, there's like 2 games to do it in, and this is one of the 2. I have not played the other one yet, but what I've seen of the other one is also pretty good. But I really like this one, Backrooms Escape Together. I can strongly recommend it if you want to play a Backrooms game with your friends. And it gets so many updates. Like a lot of the stuff in this video has already been updated since we played it. So like the game is already different in certain places from what it was when we recorded this. Okay, so we're actually coming up on an ad break. So before I start the video proper, I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna talk a little bit about it because this is kind of cool how I made this possible. Hang on, let me add this to the vertical scene as well. Here you go. Alright, so you see here that I have managed to render a footage inside of the monitor. So the way that I did this is I found a picture of a CRT monitor. This is a photographer. I've linked them in the description of the video. They have like a bunch of pictures like this. They have like this old Gold Star from CRT. They take this with them to like remote locations and take pictures. As far as I've seen, none of this is AI generated. This is all real. I make extra sure when I like find like source pictures that they're not AI generated. But like you can tell that this is not AI generated because the monitor always looks exactly the same. There are no AI artifacts anywhere. This person has taken a lot of pictures of this exact monitor in like locations where you can tell that it's the same location but in different angles, different lighting and everything. It's very cool to see because this lady that made this, Annette Lucina, she has a whole bunch of very artistic photos on like a website. Again, links and everything is in the description of the video. I would definitely recommend checking her work out because she's a very talented photographer and I really enjoyed her pictures. I have a few more of these pictures, but this is the one I ended up going for with the video. Also, hi Rob, welcome in. Enjoy your ticket stamp. So you can see the video is kind of like inserted here. This is set up by a mask in DaVinci, which the mask allows you to kind of cut out a part of a video and hide it. So this is simply like 2 layers. It's like the front layer is the mask applied. It's the mask applied in such a way that only the monitor is cut out, and the back layer is the mask applied in such a way that only the monitor remains. So then you get like so you get this. So the top layer is the screen is gone. The bottom layer is only the screen, and sandwiched in between is the footage with like a composite filter and some other filters and everything to like give it some lens distortion, to like transform it so that it actually fits the perspective of the monitor and everything. that kind of stuff. So that's kind of, it's really cool that you can do this kind of stuff. Like here, you can see the perspective. It's not perfect, but it's good enough, you know. Like if I could have done it perfectly, I would have. But this is as close as I could get it without completely driving myself insane. And it's like CRT monitor, so having the screen be slightly distorted. Hi, Honyarai Guma, welcome in. Having the screen be like a little bit distorted is fine. It's CRT. It's supposed to look like a little bit wonky. The way that I did this is that the actual intro footage is its own timeline over here, with the actual video in it, with like filters applied and slightly transformed so that it fits better, you know, and everything. Ah, he sees me! And these nested clips, nested timelines are something that I very strongly recommend you use in DaVinci because they make a lot of work so much easier. And well, since you popped in, that's fine. That's completely fine. If anyone ever wants to lurk or anything, we love lurkers here, you know. You don't have to check in if you don't want to. I've used a lot of nested timelines in this video. Like I've been doing some crazy shit, and it also means that like, so check out what happens if I try to run this intro in like real time. I pressed start. You can see it struggling, right? Now don't worry, it gets even worse when we get to the outro because the credits are even more heavily layered. It gets even worse in the credits. But you can tell that the software is like struggling to render this in real time. Fortunately, for a video that has finished rendering, you don't need to worry about the real-time rendering anymore. This is just in real time. This is struggles kinda. Like, ooh, like oh my god, it struggles to render this in real time. It doesn't help that I'm streaming, so like part of the footage is like already being taken up and everything. So yeah, the ad break is gonna play now. I'm gonna start it actually right now so that it starts immediately, and after the ad break is over, we'll keep watching the video. You used to be Hentai Arai Guma, right, Guma? Yeah, you're Honya Arai Guma now, yeah. They've really just made you change your title, huh? So did y'all get the chance to check out the new Darktide update yet? I'm gonna be playing the new Darktide update on Saturday with the otters. And I'm very excited about it because it's been a long time since I did anything to get together with the otters. Other Time and we've talked a few times about doing something together, but nothing really ever came from it. So I'm happy to be playing games with them again. I really like the otters. They're a great group to play games with, and we just don't get around to it often enough. Like, Aeonix got back into streaming recently. I know Other Time's been playing a lot of stuff. I don't know what... I don't know what Jax has been up to. I don't think he streams a lot. But he's been doing his own thing as well, you know. Man, I'm kind of happy I was able to pull this whole video off in 2 months. My ultimate goal is to be able to like basically do a full production on a video like this in a week. I don't know if that's ever going to be possible because making videos is a lot of work. Even if you don't go too in-depth with the editing, it's still a lot of work. But if I were able to make a video like this every week, I would be very happy. But I don't know if it's going to be possible. It's a lot of work. All of the subtitling especially is just so much work. And I've tried out some of the automated subtitling technologies in DaVinci. I've tried them out, but they're not very good. They're good. They're fine for auto-transcription, you know, like quickly finding parts of a video through auto-transcription. But if you want to use them for actual subtitle generation, they're not very good. It's honestly easier and better if I do it just myself from scratch in that regard. It's a bit of a shame because I could see there'd be like a real time save there. It's just not very high quality. And the quality just keeps getting worse and worse the more they like try to use their shitty AI for that stuff instead of like the old technology, because DaVinci has had auto-transcription technology for a long time. It's just that recently when now that they're trying to push everything onto their AI, that includes the auto-transcription stuff, and the quality has become noticeably worse. Every time DaVinci like takes an existing component and tries to move it to their AI, it gets worse. Significantly worse. I don't know how to do it. Isn't AI supposed to make everything better? It's kind of amazing, honestly. Maybe they've also started vibe coding the software or something. I don't know. Anyway, the ad break is almost over, so let's pick it back up, shall we? Oh, fuck. Hang on. Here, sorry about that. For the record, Rick with more pictures is what I call my video editing business, because I have started offering commissions. I need to finish setting up my VGen, but my commissions are open. If you want a video edited, you can hire my services. I just need to finish setting up the VGen, but I also accept... I have a website somewhere, I think linked on my Blue Sky, with like information about the commissions and everything. So if you have editing work, I'm your man. I can edit for you if you pay me. Hang on, also let me turn up the volume a little bit. So right off the bat, we start this game off on like a very good foot. This is like only a few minutes into the stream. Can you see what's wrong in this picture? So this is the point where I'm like, I don't see what Vtuber is talking about. Am I blind? So I look over to her stream and I realize, wait a second. Her main menu looks completely different from mine. So yeah, I bought the wrong game. I bought Escape the Backrooms and we're playing Backrooms Escape together. In my defense, have you seen how fucking many Backrooms games there are on Steam? They have so many Backrooms games. Way too many of them, in my opinion. So, you know, can you blame me, honestly? And they're all like, when you like, you know, when you ask like someone to like draw a dog for you, that's all of them. They're all like someone trying to draw a dog. All of those games. But yeah, another recurring theme is I try to give... I brought back the chapter system that I use for my Pacific Drive videos. But I try to make the titles stuff that you might see on like a warning sign in real life. I try to make that kind of a recurring theme, so that's why the chapter titles are like this kind of stuff, you know. I thought it would be funny. So I'm gonna like move the chat down a little bit, I think, because y'all are kind of occupying the stream right now. The chat go over there. It's better. Now you can see this game obviously takes inspiration from Kane Parsons' videos, but they also avoided putting like the threshold or any direct reference to async into this game. They just like used suits similar to those suits, which is the clever move to do. If you're gonna make a Backrooms game, you can take inspiration from any other one, but you do not want to make them too explicitly, you know, like too explicitly connected. Especially now that Kane Parsons' series, hi there, Pumpkin Bro, welcome in. Especially now that Kane Parsons' series is obviously like diverging in a completely different direction than most Backrooms media, it's very clever to like, if you take inspiration of it, to not make it too obvious. So there's no threshold, there's no the complex or the standard in this. It's just scientists in the Among Us suits in the Backrooms. By the way, this actually exists. There is a Power Wash, not in Power Washer Sim, but there is a Clean the Backrooms game. I actually found one. So you can clean the backrooms. I don't know why you would want to clean like a liminal space. Because like it's infinite. You can just keep cleaning. Maybe that's why you would want to, you know, if you like the act of cleaning itself. Expect to hear a lot of whistles. She was not wrong, by the way. There was a monster in there. That's not a reoccurring theme. People just wandering off on their own, and then we're never seeing them again. Well, to be honest, it was mostly a problem on this level. I think after this level, people kind of learned their lessons not to like wander off too much, you know. And then he shows up, John Backrooms himself. Yeah, boy immediately ran into the hands of the monster. By the way, I love this going back and forth here of like V-Dog making like dirty jokes and me fighting for my life. Just fucking joking, and I'm just like, I'm dying over here. Stop making jokes and save my ass. Like genuinely, I feel like only 5 minutes passed between us starting and everything falling apart. Didn't take long, and then yeah, he's still there. He really enjoyed camping people for some reason. And if you spend too much time down on the ground, you're the real death condition in this game is hitting 0 sanity. If you like go down because you get touched by a monster, that's fine. But until everyone is down or until your sanity hits 0, you can still be revived basically. Like if your sanity hits 0, then you just you die. Oh wait a second, I should do this properly. Hang on. Where's my... Here. You just die like that, you know? And now I'm in the afterlife. I don't point out that like when the monster is just like howling, like you can kind of tell that it's near you, but you have no idea where it actually is because that sound is not directional in any kind of way. So you just know you need to be careful. You don't know where though, so you can't totally just round the corner and there he is. Fucking pitfalls in this level were so big. And that's an instant death, by the way. If you fall into one of those pitfalls, you're not coming back out. Now it's just Celia. By the way, I don't fully remember if you get like pushed around while you're walking next to those pitfalls, but I do remember it being like deceptively hard because of how characters move in this game. There's like this weird latency to their movement. That normally it's not too bad, but when you're like trying to maneuver those tiny little ledges, these ledges, then suddenly, you know, it becomes kind of an issue if you cannot properly move. This is where we all agree not to mention what just happened. By the way, a lot of the songs in this video were I've taken from the Psychopomp soundtrack. Because I didn't want to like I used a bunch of the music is the kind of music I usually use, you know, more upbeat music from like Cuphead and such. But I wanted to take some music that better fit the otherworldly mood of the Backrooms. And the Psychopomp soundtrack was like very good for that. So if you've ever played Psychopomp, you're gonna recognize a few of the songs in this video. Oh, you know what? I just realized I should lower my Vtuber because my ears are covering up the subtitles. I apologize, my dear vertical viewers. And this is just us trying to do this level again while he's still around. And at this point, Reggie's audio broke. I don't know why. I think... Is this... Oh, was that even Reggie saying this? Yeah, that was Reggie, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I had trouble telling Reggie and Raptor's voices apart sometimes, because especially with like a layer of microphone compression thrown on top of it, especially if they were like in another area of the map, it was a bit hard sometimes to tell them apart. Fortunately, as you can see down here in the corner, I had Foogies, which helped a lot with putting subtitles on this game, on this video, because I could just look at the Foogies to see who was talking at any possible time. That helped a ton with subtitling. Also, yeah, Reggie's audio just fucking broke. The rest of this level, his microphone is just botched. We still don't know why. There, you can hear it. This will remain until the end of this level. And then it's fixed, and we don't know why. Just a bug in the game, I think. And this is another thing where... Here, check this out. You hear how it cuts from her perspective to mine, but you can see it's still saying the same line. These are little things that I put into the video a few times to let people know that, like, when events actually happen at the same time, you know. That was one of the things I tried really hard to do, making sure that it's clear that when events are happening at the same time. Because I actually used the multicam feature in DaVinci to sync my and Vdoc's footage up as good as I could to make so that at any time, if I was like editing, like if I had a clip from one recording, I could see what was going on at the same time in the other recording. And that helped a lot with doing this kind of stuff, with like cutting back and forth between my and her perspective to show off what was happening at the same time in different perspectives. And because of that, it was also much easier to do this kind of stuff where I just have a hard cut from one to the other perspective with like something like this in there to let you know that, yeah, this actually was happening at the same time. And this bastard just kept camping me here. It was so annoying. Every time I wanted to get out, he was still there. And he just comes back again. Fucking bitch. Now it's my time to traverse the pitfalls. This is a trap. If there is a walkway from a pitfall over here, you can see the wall kind of extending over here. Never do this. You will always fall in. There's not enough room here to step from the pitfalls over to like the regular floor. Forget about it. It's a trap in this game. Every time someone tries that, this happens. This is the birth of the Rage is the monster theory. I still think Reggie was the monster. You have to crouch to get into the holes, and when you're in a panic running away from the monster, it's actually like kind of hard, because I kept accidentally activating the VCR mode while I was trying to run away, which was also very annoying. Sorry, the VHS recorder mode. And that's how I found out there's a second monster on this level. Here she makes the same mistake again. She tries to walk onto the pitfalls when there's a wall there. It's so annoying. I love her pouty face there. It's just like, Like, Vtuber has a new model now that's like even more expressive, but honestly her old model was also very expressive. Reggie fucking singing his victory song with the microphone problem. There's actually like a whole thing that happened after that with like the elevator going down and shit and like ending up in another section of level 0. But I cut it all out because nothing much of interest happened there. And then we end up here in the ashtray maze. Did I miss? Okay, I did not misspell green. I've been like catching little mistakes here and there. Every time I review this video, I catch more mistakes, and now if I catch one, it's too late to fix it, which sucks. And it always happens. There's always some mistake you catch too late. The enemy in this floor is smoke. In case you're wondering, just smoke monsters. And for the longest time, we had no idea how to deal with them. Whenever a smoke monster showed up, it just meant that someone was gonna die. Which was very annoying. Like, you see it moving in the distance, and you know someone's gonna die. And the puzzle on this level was to turn light switches on or off in the rooms. And then return to the TV and go even deeper and do it again with even more TVs. Yeah, same. I love like this Celia is the one who screams, but it's Raptor who goes down. Oh, yeah, this is the key. This drawing explains how to deal with the fog. Do you understand this shit, chat? Because it took us forever to figure out what they wanted with this, what this meant. Yeah, body blocking was a big problem in this game. So it's very funny that Vtuber suddenly screamed, "Right team, move!" like that. But I kind of got it because later on in the video I get body blocked a few times in really unfortunate ways. And it was always Ragey too who was doing the accidental body blocking, by the way. So to get someone up, you need a bandage. And if you have a bandage on you, you cannot get yourself up with your own bandage. You can drop the bandage so that someone else can pick it up if they don't have a bandage, though. Yeah, so I was trying to like analyze the message, what exactly it meant. All that I got so far is that it says that you should not run away when one of the fog monsters shows up, one of the smoke monsters. But that was like this. That was the first step. My mistake was only standing still, not doing anything else. Me panicking. But it's Raptor who went down. Yeah, that smoke was locked the fuck onto her. Like, it just completely ignored Reiji and went straight for her. Again, letting you know that these two happen at this is happening at the same time. I swear we spent like an hour or something in this level. The big issue is, if you drop your bandage on the floor, it ends up under your body, and it might end up in a position where nobody can pick it up. So when that happens, you have to do this, you have to spin. And just to like hopefully open up a little window where people can pick up the bandage. Oh, poor Celia, man. Poor Celia. She was not friends with the monsters. This is me figuring it out. So the trick to defeating the smoke monsters is what the drawing means. You not only do you not run, the idea is you stop near a light switch and you flicker the light switch on and off. That's how you defeat the fog when it approaches you. This is my first time defeating one of the smoke monsters. Unfortunately, Vdog misunderstood me. She tried to use her flashlight, poor girl. She sings this every time I join her chat, by the way. Every time I join, she sings that. I still don't know what song it is from. This is me, like, at this point I kind of was the only one left. It was very late for me. I was recording and not streaming, and I was like, you know what? I bet 4 people are watching me right now. I should probably try to be like a little bit funny, to do something entertaining, and this was the best I could come up with. Some weird roleplay. I don't know, man. I think I was losing my mind for real. This is not the last time I do that, by the way. This is the one downside of finding these monsters. If you get caught by one and you're not near a light switch, just forget about it, man. Just accept your defeat. Also, I love how like my voice just fades out there. It's like, I'm gone. We lost at 90. I lost at 92%. I almost carried, but not quite. So tragic. I was so close. I was so close, and then that one stupid smoke monster fucking got me. I did not like this level. This is maybe my least favorite. Well, it's maybe my second least favorite level in this game, because I don't like the monster mechanics. And it was just boring, and it took a fucking forever to find all of those light switches. Was it Vinny who said that like liminal spaces are often used as an excuse to not have to do proper level design or something? Because there's a few places in this game that had that kind of feeling over themselves, you know? But they were just kind of confusing and just kind of all over the place. But yeah, again, but it's also like, okay, that's a perfect face actually that I have there. Hang on, let me screenshot that. It's also kind of the nature of liminal games to have that, you know? I don't know why she said that, but it was funny, so I put it in the video. This is me trying to find a light switch and Ragey not running fast enough away. And we finally did it. Hi B, welcome back. Why are you laughing? Are you laughing at that ectoplasm joke? I was so happy to be out of this fucking level, man. Also here, notice. I translated that one as beer noise. I didn't know how else to describe that Ragey going like, oh. Check this. You have to admit it kind of sounds like a bear, right? Yes, the ectoplasm joke made me tune back in. That's Vdog for you. She's very funny. She actually has a community night tonight. Once again, trying to take like a message that you might find like a warning label somewhere or like a public notice and giving it a second extra dark meaning. Ooh. could it mean? Close the door behind you. What could it mean? Woo, 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 woo. This... I aspire to make bits as funny as that. Me too. This might be my least favorite level of them all. Like, so immediately right off the bat, second and third level are my least favorite levels. You'll see why. Well, you'll hear why. So you see the little flashing 14 there? I want to talk about it for a moment. So she said like no over and over again, and a mechanic that I used to like sometimes when like someone keeps repeating the same phrase is to put like a times number behind them. And she said no so many times, and I did like a little thing with like a flashing number. This does not really fit the VHS aesthetic that I tried to go for with the subtitles. This is a joke that dates back from before I had VHS subtitles, because believe it or not, but I actually was like halfway through subtitling this video like I normally do, with like you know, like the normal subtitles like you see in my other videos, which was a hell of a lot of work, let me tell you, to do it that normal way. There was a lot of work to do it this way, but the old way was even more effort. That's when I put that joke in. And I decided after like watching, I actually went to see the Backrooms movie, and it's not like the Backrooms movie is like steeped in VHS aesthetic, but it did kind of make me think like, you know what, after seeing that movie, I kind of want to step up my game for this video. So I found like a script that lets me update the appearance of all of my text plus clips at once. I accidentally ran it and destroyed some of my old work. So then I was like, you know what, since I've already destroyed some of my old work, I might as well redo all the fucking subtitles in VHS aesthetic. So that's how they ended up. But I like this joke, so I kept it in with like a little flash when it hits 14. There's no particular reason for you to do that. It's just because I think this is the highest multiplier that anyone in the video gets. So I wanted to add like a little visual gag that nobody gives a shit about beyond me, because I'm the one who had to program it in. And then now Vdog realizes she locked Raptor in with that thing. That's him on the floor there. I had like originally an arrow pointing at him, and I was like, whatever. Poor Raptor. He did get got a lot. Once again, to remind you all that two things are happening at the same time, but this time first I show her perspective and then I rewind and show my perspective. But just to make clear that, yeah, this is happening at the same time, I put her subtitles a second time in there, because you can actually hear her in the background. You can hear that devious little giggle of hers. And so I was like, you know, I'm going to put it in the subtitles as well here, so that you can like tell that this is that what is happening now is happening at the same time as what you just saw. And she rounds the corner. So she's the monster. This is actually one of the moments where like things got a little bit weird. Because, see, the thing is, when two different people play an online game together and they both record their perspectives, their gameplay is not going to be synced up perfectly because of lag, and lag compensation and all that kind of stuff. So I made these videos sync up perfectly as I spin around. So you can see when I like spin around, you can see that my camera changes exactly as my character model in Vdog's perspective turns around. But that does mean that other parts of the two videos are not as perfectly synced up anymore, because it uses like my audio and everything. That's just like something that you have to deal with when you want to make a video like this. There's no perfect solution, because things are just not everything. If you sync up one thing, something else is going to be desynced. You're just going to have to pick one and just live with it, you know. And sometimes you want like to focus on one thing from one clip. One of the nice things about making a supercut is that because you're constantly cutting to other, like to clips from clip to clip to clip, you don't have to worry too much about syncing, because you can always just resync in a future part. But I think this is the only time I did like a dual clip like that. For the rest of the, because I don't think I really needed them for the rest of the video. It's just, the rest of the video is just kind of cutting back and forth, and without like having like two clips on the screen at the same time. And here, Rage and I got stuck in the same door together. I tried to find a very good, like, I tried to find like a visual joke or something that I could do, but I couldn't. I swear I tried to find like a good video clip or like a good gif of two people stuck in a door, and I just couldn't find a good one. So I added the sound effect instead to indicate that we're stuck in the door together. And V already thought that she was safe, but she wasn't. The raptor is still on the ground. Poor raptor. And this is why I hate this monster. He's so fucking quiet. You never hear him approaching you. Like, you have no way of telling where he is if you don't see him. It's nice that you can redirect him with the doors, but holy shit, he's so fucking annoying to deal with. I hate his guts so much. He might be my least favorite monster in the entire game, because you'd have no way of telling where he is if you don't see him. Here. Okay, Celia does see him here. But he's just there suddenly. No way of telling where he was. And here we find out that you can like circle jerk, that you can get each other up if you go down next to each other if you have a bandage. Almost imagine Sisyphus in video editing. Yeah, it honestly kind of feels like that way. See, the thing is, I could have spent another month editing this video. I could have like polished every little thing off. I could have like sharpened up the timing of these clips, cut out even more material that's pointless, add even more camera zooms and cuts, and more jokes and music and everything and sound effects. I could have done that. But at some point, you just need to look at a video and just go like, nah, it's fine, you know, like it's good. And don't do it before you're happy with the video. But like it's more like if we reach a point where you're happy and then you can just keep tinkering away at it. But at some point, you just need to then tell yourself like, no, let it go. It's good enough. Run that back, Rico. It's not my joke. Hang on. You'll see. It's not my joke. Here, this is what VDoc says. She goes to 69 healing. VDoc. Always ready with a dirty joke. And then she sees the monster and she turns into a puppy. Yeah, wrapped. So Reiji literally just got wrapped her up. And then the monster shows up right when Vito gets me back up. And I have to immediately, like, you can see this moment, right? Here, check it. It took me a second to realize, wait a second, I'm back up. I'm in danger. So I run away. Hang on. Here, can you tell me what she says here? Where the game? Metagame? What a game? I have no idea what she says here. So I just put it as unintelligible in the subtitles. That's a real though. Editing is an endeavor where it's like, yeah, good enough for now. I can fix that later. Yeah. Exactly. And like again, like I said, like I have one video on my channel where I'm like, I've definitely stopped editing it way too early. I should have spent more time on it. But this one, the Aladdin video and this one, where I reached a point where I was like, no, it's good. It's good like this. I'm happy with the way that it is. I could keep tinkering at it, but I'm happy with the way the video is right now, you know. And when you reach that point is when you should just like wrap it up. What the Backrooms does to a motherfucker, yeah. This is also the first time, by the way, that I've released an edited video where I did not censor the fucks. I started censoring them, but I kind of halfway realized that A, a lot of people curse on like the background audio track, so it becomes very hard to like censor them. And B, it's the many ways that people say fuck in this that are very important. Like it's part of the delivery, you know, that makes it funny. So I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna like censor them as usual. I'll just put in stars in the subtitles, and I'll just leave the actual fucks in the audio track. Like, to be honest, I kind of do it as a joke anyway, you know, like, censoring the fucks, not really because I have to or want, like, but more as a joke, because I use, like, the funny sound effects when I do it. But for this one, I was like, nah, it's fine. Like we're like later on, we're literally joking about back shots. It's fine. The fucks are not the. If this video is gonna get slapped for something, it's not gonna be the people saying fuck. This video does seem to be really professionally done. So kudos to you on that. Thank you. I appreciate hearing that. And here, if I get body blocked. I'm actually super mad at this moment that I got killed because I got body blocked by this lump of flesh over here. But I was like, okay, I don't want to like look. I was angry at him, but I didn't want to be like that bitch, you know. So I'm just like turning it into a joke, like, hey. And again, it's Ragey. This is the second time he has body blocked me, like this. And it's fine. We had a bandage. He got me right back up. But I cannot believe he did it to my second time. He did it to me a second time, audience. He body blocked me twice. By the way, this song is called Mozzarella Massacre. It's from the Mouse PI soundtrack. I love the Mouse PI soundtrack, and this song is perfect for what's going on here. Yeah, and this one... I kinda had this coming. You heard me say fuck you, and you heard the door slam back open. If you had to play Mouse PI, I really liked it. If you like if you like boomer shooters, you're gonna enjoy that game a lot. Because it's based straight up boomer shooter. I love Reggie streaming in the background there in the distance, and then we're all down and it's over. And here another problem with this game pops up. If you go from one level to the next, you get to keep all of your items. But if you wipe, if the whole team wipes, you lose everything that you have, all of your items. And the second time becomes even harder because you have to start with nothing. It's awful. Getting your shit rocked in Deltarune. Deltarune next week, by the way, on this channel. I need to figure out exactly what day with Rob and Mickey, but we're gonna play it next week. If we keep having trouble scheduling it, I might have to like consider like playing it on my own, at least a part of it or something. I really want to keep Rob and Mickey involved though, because I really enjoy playing Deltarune with them. But I'm so scared of getting spoiled. I already like barely dodged like one or two spoilers earlier. Like some clown who spelled Deltarune as Delta-oon in like a post, but then fortunately the whole post was like a joke post, but like that does not get caught. If you spell Deltarune as Delta-oon, it does not get caught by my filters, so it gets past them. I was like half convinced I got spoiled when that happened, but fortunately it was not a spoiler; it was a joke. Yeah. So yeah, what's going on over here is, as I explained earlier, these levels are randomly generated. So in this particular level, the monster ended up in an area where he couldn't get out of, like not normally. Like there was still a gate there that like we could open, but the monster could not get out as long as we kept the gate closed. Unfortunately, there was stuff in there, so we had to open the gate sooner or later. But we could access the area that he was in by making this jump. He just couldn't get out of it. This is me trying to get into the area, and he shows up immediately. I actually counted this. This is like 2 minutes of me and Celia, like trying to like figure something out that we can do. And after those 2 minutes, I find Celia on the ground with the fuse. But yeah, it was just like you need to collect a certain number of fuses in this level to be able to progress to like the next part of it. So, but the fuses also keep the doors closed. So you cannot keep, you have to open doors at some point to get more fuses. So we had no choice. We had to like get into that area at some point and collect fuses in there and everything. Like it was kind of fucked up in that way that the monster was sealed away from us, but we had no choice but to let him go, or we were never going to make any progress. And I got Celia back up, collected a bunch of stuff, and then it snuck up on her again. And this, I still don't get how this happens. Check me, I checked the corner, he's gone. No sign of the monster. He ran in that direction and he's gone. And then I get over here, and now he's behind me again? This monster's bullshit. He can teleport or something, I don't know. Yeah, and at that point, I just don't know anymore. I just don't know anymore. So at this point, I'm just like, you know, everyone else has been like, is dead and has been for a while. I want to let other people play as well, so I just ran into the monster. Wise words. There's like a whole third attempt at this level here, but to be honest, at this point we're kind of done with this level, so not much funny happened. If you watch the VOD and you find that funny in here, you can like comment on it in the video and say, hey, you should have put this in, and I'll respond with like, well, you added a version of this video then, you know. So I just cut to the end. I was like, whatever, I don't care anymore. What could that possibly mean? And now we have to deal with a blind entity. This happened a few times to VDog's recording. The audio quality dipped. Something, I think, probably some kind of encoding issue. This is like her Twitch recording. Like the VOD downloaded from Twitch, so it might have just been Twitch unable to properly process something. Yeah, this is kind of a funny. This is another reason for me to stop censoring the fucks. This is the one that fucks you. And if there's one joke that's gonna get this video demonetized, it's that one. But hey, if they want to demonetize my videos, they first have to monetize them. So, you know, win-win. Backrooms sex update. They added sex to the backrooms. Yeah. You know, I was tempted to name this video "Backshots in the Backrooms," but YouTube would have killed it. Would have killed me if I did that. I was tempted though. There is a universe in which this video is called "Backshots in the Backrooms." Actually, now that the movie is out, we're totally gonna get like a gay porn parody that's called "Backshots in the Backrooms." You can, if there is not already one. Again, the delivery is just so fucking funny. So fucking funny that makes me want to choke. He just runs past us. I find it so funny that after all that, Vdog gets snuck up on by the monster from behind. This one is also a quiet fucker, by the way. And I was just AFK, I don't even remember what I was doing, but I ran out of sanity and I died. Like, this level had very few resources in it, so we were constantly, like, pushed for sanity. Then came this level. This is my favorite level in the entire game, because it's just so chill. And you actually don't lose sanity in this level, because it's just chill. There's, like... This is a level I could fall asleep to. Welcome back, Sora. Honestly, I'm also, like... I almost dozed off a few times earlier. I haven't seen any straight up NSFW yet, but people have been making cutesy enemy edits of Clark from the Backrooms, and it's so funny. Yeah, I've seen some artwork of Clark as well, yeah. And of Clark, you know. Like, people have been getting inspired by... Scene has linked me some stuff that it saw on the internet. But, I'll not go into too much detail because I want to give people the opportunity to watch the Backrooms for themselves, because it's a very good movie. This is just so chill, this level. Like the rain effect looked really nice on the windows. If there's one level that I could just spend time in this game, it would be this one. Like just exploring and wandering around. And once again doing my dumb shit where I just don't know what else to do, so I just start RPing as I don't know what, some posh guy. I'm actually really good at push RP for some reason. I'm losing my mind over here. I'm sorry to VDog for leaving this in, but her reaction is going so like, what, 9084? It was so, that's so fucking funny to me. Like, imagine just someone going like 9084 and just looking at them going like, what the fuck are you talking about? Honestly, I wish I didn't know what 9084 means, because I'm so tired of people fucking quoting 9084 like every time even the slightest little inconvenience happens to them, you know? Like anytime even like they do some dumb shit and get if they get hit for doing shit, they quote 1984. I'm so tired of it. So I wish I didn't know what 1984 means. So the reason why we were all like obsessed with the numbers is because you're supposed to find like a 4-digit code in this level. But you know, as always with 4-digit codes, once you have 3 of the digits, it becomes super easy to brute force. I don't know why Reggie calls it that. I don't know why he said suck us off. I think Vdog was a bad influence on him. And here we have the fucking LiDAR level. Because of course every liminal game needs a fucking LiDAR level. You cannot just have cool liminal spaces. No, you need to have a goddamn LiDAR level where you cannot see shit unless you shoot little particles at it first. This was so cool, it's like a tech demo 10 years ago. And I'm so tired of it. It's so overdone now. Every liminal game has a level like this. What does 1984 mean? This is what it means. It's George Orwell's 1984, the book about Big Brother. It's a warning about like police states, observation states. It's kind of a warning for what the UK is turning into right now, basically. Not that I would ever apply 1984 randomly to like real world events, you know. It's also like that famous comic, that famous cartoon. Hang on, where is the one? You know, the one with the calendar? Yeah, this one. You know, you have to seen this one where they put something like where they put something like they gave Pyra and Mithra like slightly darker clothes in Smash, and then the guy like pulls off the calendar and it's January 1984. For gore, it's okay. It's okay. Look, it's okay. Look, I make a little bit of fun of it, but I get it. You know, I get it. It's easy to kind of like forget about those kind of things. It's just okay. Look, can I tell a little story? I had a manager who like quoted 1984 all the fucking time, and I was like, bro, oh my god, bro, I get it, bro, I get it, I get it, I get it. So anyway, let's continue with the video. I love the reaction there. This is definitely Ragey. Hi. Ragey is one of Vdog's mods, by the way, so they know each other very well. Who could it be? It's a man. I'm a man. So there was an entity in here, and I still don't know what it did. Like, it, as far as I could tell, it didn't actually do anything to hurt me. It was just there, kind of, like, showing up as a red shape. There have been LiDAR games like this that did, like, it had, like, monsters in them, like, something in the darkness that you couldn't see. And they did it way better. I still don't know what's up with this thing. Like, I know that he was, like, kind of following me, but other than that, no idea. I was very worried at that point. Well, the green girl wants to go to the green door. Surprise! She was wrong, though. The funniest thing about the LiDAR is that it leaves behind trails like this. Honestly, like, the fact that she, like, jumps in. And then I can still see her trail in on my screen. I will say, I will give LiDAR levels that. That is very funny, and especially in multiplayer, you know, all of those trails that they leave behind. Anyway, can you tell that this level is absolutely killing the bitrate? That part of that problem is YouTube. I don't know what YouTube does to my uploads, but the bitrate always dies. I think it's because my channel is not monetized or something. That does not make like the highest bitrate or highest quality available. But it looks much better in like my own video file, like my own fully rendered video file. I promise. So I hope that if we ever hit 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours, I get the monetization, I really hope that it will retroactively make my old videos higher quality, because the Pacific Drive videos have the same problem. Here again, you can see the trail still on screen. This is where we realize that if you pick a thing, there's no way of telling if you're right or not. Like, they're just down there, and you just have to like kind of like hope that if you jump down, you're not gonna die. That they also are not dead, you know. And now we're like, okay, so now Cena and I are down here. How are we gonna tell Reiji to jump down here as well? We don't have to. He already jumped. And there's a whole section in between here, actually, but I cut all of it out because nothing funny happened. Water in the backrooms can mean only one thing. This part of the level was so pretty and so short. They've like expanded it now in an update where this is like a much bigger level, but it was so short when we went through it, and I was so sad. Because this is, I actually really like the pools. I really need to play the pools game. I don't like to think of it, the pools game is probably also on sale. Like I bought the complex, but... Pools. Yeah, here, pools. Yeah, it's also on sale. I still... even though I know everything that happens in the pools, I still kind of want to play it sometime, just because a lot of those more atmospheric backrooms games, they just are kind of nice, you know, to kind of move around through. They are total walking simulators. Like I don't even I think that the pools does not even have any monsters in it. It just has a lot of ambience and stuff, but. I don't know why Reggie's microphone cut out, but it made what he says here much funnier. Honestly, the comedic time, Reggie especially with comedic timing, even times when it was not his intention to be comedically funny, but he always had impeccable comedic timing with everything he did. But yeah, unfortunately, when I played this level, it was very superficial. Not a lot going on with it. Like, they solve a puzzle here and I'm AFK for I don't even know what. I think I had to use the bathroom or something. So they just solved the puzzle without me. Or I was zoning out. It was really late at this time for me. Okay, before we continue, we have another ad break coming up. So I'm going to let the ads play and then we continue. And you'll see why once we get to the next part of this video. So see you guys after the ad break. So dear audience, while we're waiting for the ad break to be over, let's see what else is going on in the world of news. Yeah, the new Star Fox game is out now. And Toy Story 5 is out, and people are pretty positive about it. I'm kind of surprised that the Toy Story has remained consistently a good series, despite how much it's getting milked by Disney. But hey, I feel like Pixar kind of knows that Toy Story is like their flagship franchise, and that they have to make sure that it always ends up good. Yeah, GTA 6 pre-orders are open. Apparently, if you pre-order GTA 6 right now, you automatically get signed up for GTA Online, and you're gonna have to pay for it or something stupid like that. Man, they want to make money on that. They need to make that 2.5 billion back so much that they're willing to do anything for it. Also, what the fuck is this? Lazy River. This is like Raft, but on a lazy river. That's kind of fun. It's kind of a fun concept. GTA 6 on the screenshots observed. Experts doubt. Oh, whatever. Yeah, like everyone is they're going all in on this game because it was so expensive, but they also expect it to make like a fucking insane amount of money. Supergirl review. A 3? Damn. That's poor Supergirl just cannot get a break, huh? Fortnite starts next update with selling skins that were in a battle pass in the before. Really? I thought they were never gonna do that. But it doesn't matter to me because I have completely purged the Epic Game Store from my machine. I've completely and utterly lost all faith in Epic Games and in Fortnite, so it's not gonna be affecting me, that change. Also here, that's Tommy Vercetti. They have to reference Tommy Vercetti, right, in GTA 6. They have to reference him at some point. Like he's gonna be like 80 or something in like GTA 6, but it would honestly I would be super surprised if Tommy Vercetti is not in that game in some form. Like, Tommy is a Vietnam veteran. GTA Vice City takes place in the 70s. So he is like 70 or 80 or something by the time of GTA 6. So he's going to be old, but he can totally still be in it. So I'm that's my main thing, my main curiosity to see is if Tommy Vercetti is going to be in this game. But it doesn't matter, because this game is not releasing on PC anytime soon. This is just a console release, because Sony needs to get their money. And I'm not buying a PlayStation just for GTA, I'm not doing it. Sony can go fuck themselves. They would be totally... Honestly, Sony would totally have tried to make this a Sony exclusive if they could. I heard Toy Story 5 was pretty good. Yeah, so I've heard. I've heard that, like, the thing about Toy Story 5 is that it kinda apparently... like, Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 are like a perfect trilogy of movies, and Toy Story 4 is kind of the odd one out, because it kind of breaks the... You know, it's a good movie, but it kind of breaks the trilogy that you would otherwise have. And apparently now with Toy Story 5, what you're getting is that it's kind of is turning Toy Story 4 into the start of a new trilogy, where Toy Story 4 and 5 could, like, totally work with, like, a potential Toy Story 6, which is gonna happen. We know it is. It's gonna happen. And then you could just consider them as two separate trilogies. Got a tip for now, so see you around. Alright, have a good day, B. Thank you for hanging out. And let's continue with the video also, because the ad break is over now. Can you see what's coming up? Can you see the red here? This is the one where you gotta run. That's honestly such a fucking good cut. Just like hard cut to V dying and Celia screaming in the background. This is pure cinema. Unfortunately, this was quite late and I didn't want to make too much noise. So I'm kind of like, this is kind of the most boring chase scene ever. So I tried to at least put some exciting music under it, you know. And some sound effects. This is Ragey waiting for me to show up, but I'm already dead. And here he realizes that I'm gone. In these sections you're supposed to find a keycard before the monster breaks through the door. And it was right there all this time. He spent a while looking for it in there. You like fun? This is probably one of the more complicated levels in this game, and it's not exactly my favorite, for reasons you'll see. And poor V getting torn to shreds. To shreds, you say? You trying to play this game as well? Oh, I can strongly recommend it. It's especially with some friends. It's fun to just mess around with it. It just kind of has that issue that a lot of Backrooms games have, where a lot of it is kind of like wandering around in like a fucking giant labyrinth, you know, not entirely sure what you're supposed to be doing. And they were unfortunately there too late. Yeah, so this is like a red light, green light section with like literal... And if you move while the light is red, you hear the failure buzzer. And you have to start over. I don't even know, I don't even think you have to start over. This one, by the way, I love her expression here. Just for one moment, shocked. And then back to normal. Poor Raging Raptor, they were stuck here forever. Remember what I said earlier about cutting in a way where it making it clear that two things are happening at the same time? Me making like mad eye gestures at my audience as I remember how much harder this made things. At this point, I'm whispering because I really don't want to wake up my roommates. This is that's kind of the problem with like if I stream this late, and especially with collabs. I have to like I'm trying not to be too loud because I don't want to wake up my roommate, but at the same time, you know, it's fun to be loud with friends. It's just, you know, it's just one of the things you have to like find a balance between when you're like a streamer in a house where you live with someone else. So the way this works, this level, is you need 1,500 tickets. If you complete a run of the red light, green light section, you get a number of tickets. The number starts with 999. But every time you boss, the number goes down. But like a significant amount. So you want to do the run with as few errors as possible. And if you boss even a few times, you already have no more tickets left. Like, you don't have to do it perfectly, but you very quickly start to run out of tickets if you make any number of mistakes. So we have to do it again. Okay, now we have to parkour. There's a lot of time of us like bumming around again, having to find another entrance, and I just faded past it. You missed nothing. We definitely all started to get tired in this part of the level. We've been at it for like 3 hours or something, and we had streams before and after this as well. So like there's a lot of material here that ended up on the cutting room floor because it was just not super terribly interesting. I just want to point out, this is harder than it looks, because you cannot always see the lights from every angle, and they have the timing is different every time. Sometimes they slam back to the red almost immediately. So I don't blame Celia at all for like buzzing a few times. This is hard. I dare all of you to play this game and try to do this yourself. It's a lot harder than it looks. You see how quick that went? You're harder. What? Here we got no tickets, and so you can tell just by buzzing a few times we already had no tickets left, and everyone who is in that thing at the same time, it all counts together. It does not reset until everyone is out of there. So just because it was Celia and she buzzed a few times, and that was enough to kill any points we got. So we had to go start over again. Again, this is way harder than it looks. This got very old after the third time. Like even Vidal cut back to Reiji, who was somehow still alive. Reiji did at no point found like an exit, I think, to the red light green light section. He was still fucking around with the flash bounce. By the way, I love the dichotomy here between like Vidal just talking with Raptor and then Reiji fighting for his fucking life and screaming. Reiji is so fucking funny. And now we're doing our third attempt. Just for the record, Vlog is primarily a Hunt streamer. Like, Hunt Showdown is our most streamed game. She also streams a lot of Outlast Trials and Dead by Daylight, but like Hunt is her primary game. So she's talking here about her playing Hunt with a friend. Have you watched Alien Stage yet? Nope, I have not. Have you watched my video? I uploaded a new video today. We're watching it right now. It's right there. So now we passed the level with no buzzers, 999 tickets. And now we're just like hoping that we have enough to make it through this and finally put this behind us. Like, this is the third time we've done this at this point, and we just want to be done with this level. And then... this fucking level! This fucking level full of fucking trolls. I cannot believe it actually did that to us. We were like at some point so convinced that we like were missing a ticket, but... And then the reward is a piece of cake. Cake is actually a genuinely very good item in this game. Like, it heals everything or something. Cake. Yeah, I could go for some cake right now, honestly. I need to bake again, chat. I wanna bake another cake. It's been a while. And the level just keeps going and going and going until it doesn't. Schwarzwälder Torte? I never had that one, I think. This is how we find out that when you beat the game, you end up in a tunnel full of doors, and each of those doors leads to one of the previous levels. This is how we find out, because Vdog just opens a random door, and we all get sent back to fucking level 2. It actually was her birthday, by the way. That's why this entire time it has said birthday donathon up here in the upper left corner. The end. So once again, thank you very much to Vdog Girl, to Celia, to Raptor Taxi, and to Reiji Tsukigata for playing this game with me. This was so much fun, both to play and to edit. And it was a hell of a lot of work, but I think it was worth it. I'm personally very happy with the way this video turned out, and I hope you all are also enjoying the video. And yeah, if you have any questions about sources or credits or anything, just check the description of the video. It should all be in there. And if there's something I missed, I'll add it to the video later. There's also like a link to the playlist with the entire soundtrack of this video in there if you want to like know a particular song. I also list all of the songs over here, but in here they're not in chronological order. In the playlist they are. They're like in the order that they appear in the video. And thank you, of course, to Triodite Studios for making this game. They actually had an official, like an official promotion event with the Backrooms movie, which was very cool. I did not get around to playing it, unfortunately, and it was only temporary. But it's cool that they got an official thing out of that, you know. And once again, thank you, of course, to Vito, Celia, Raptor, and Reiji. And thank you to Kane Parsons, who, is not the only Backrooms creator, not the only one who has made this stuff, but his videos have been so influential. And the fact that he is, like, the youngest person ever to reach a #1 video on, like, the billboards, the movie on the billboards and everything. I've seen that movie. I fucking loved that movie. What a weird-ass movie is that Backrooms movie. I very strongly recommend checking it out. If you like weird horror movies, because it's a fucking weird ass movie. It's exactly what a Backrooms movie should be, you know, not focused on like all of the levels and the lore, but just focused on how fucking bizarre the concept is of this otherworldly place that seems to be that builds rooms without really understanding why a room is laid out the way that it is. Still haven't watched it, but I want to so bad. It's definitely going to come to a streaming service soon. I don't know how quick ENVtuber is usually with that kind of stuff, but I feel like the movie has been popular for a while, and I think it probably has run its course in cinemas at this point. So it wouldn't surprise me if it comes to a home video service soon. But thank you for watching, as always. Her laugh here was so fun. And that fucking laugh. I've never heard someone laugh so nervously. Yeah, we're both trying to make the same joke at the same time. If this had gone the other way around, by the way, if we had like if I had shut that door and she had opened it with the monster right there, oh my god, we would have been two bozos. That's it. That's the video. Let's see. What are we up to? 479 subscribers. I got 9 new subscribers and 15 views in the 5 hours since it's been up. That's great. That's all fucking awesome. You know, chat, I've always said, when it comes to numbers, I try not to pay too much attention to them. But I also have like a rough idea of like numbers, especially for a smaller channel like me. And wait, 13 views or was it 15 views? Either way, like compared to, considering that my channel is very small and such, getting on a regular video, not a short, but on a regular video, getting 13 views and 3 likes in 5 hours is performance-wise really good for me. So I'm very happy that people are like watching this video and enjoying it. Like usually the numbers don't really. Usually YouTube starts with like showing a video to a small group of people. And then, based on those statistics, it will start expanding the range of a video. So, like, I really hope that this video is going to start, like, that YouTube is going to start expanding the scope of this video. I think it has a good shot at it since it's a Backrooms video, and Backrooms is, of course, hot right now. So, hopefully the viewer count will start going up as well, but the fact that there's been 13 people at all who's watched it, like, already means the world to me. So, thank you guys so very much for watching it. Again, this video was a lot of work, especially like the complicated parts, like this outro stuff here. Like this stuff here, with all of these text plus segments and like this layer upon layer over here, this does not run in real time in DaVinci. I can pull it up. Yeah, hang on, give me 1 second. DaVinci, here, I'll show it to you. That's part 6 video, I think. Yeah. So this is that segment in the video. Here, I'm paused. Can you see it fucking struggling to render this in real time? And it just skips ahead. This is such a complicated section. DaVinci cannot render this in real time. To build this, I had to like build it section by section and then like hide part of the elements to make sure that other elements were properly timed. And only when I like rendered the final product, I could actually see what it turned out as. But yeah, like the fact that DaVinci can do a lot in real time, especially on a powerful machine, but this was a bit too much. It could not do this, especially with like 5 or 6 text plus segments at once. It was too much. It's fucking funny, yeah. The crust, yeah. But that's like, once it's like the rendering might take a long time, but once it's fully rendered and everything, like the fact that DaVinci can do some of this stuff in real time is already like a miracle of modern software. Like back in the day, just check out like old videos about how they used to like make like the old, like the Star Wars prequels with all of their CGI and everything. Making movies was a fucking pain in the ass, and editing them was as well. Our modern, we don't know how good we have it with our modern editing software. This makes this kind of stuff so much easier to do. Like the fact that I can just pull off these kind of effects in a piece of software, and that all of the stuff that I've used here, I do have the paid version of DaVinci, but nothing that I use here is locked behind the paywall. You can do all of this stuff in the free version of DaVinci, I think. So that's fucking amazing. That's a miracle of our own modern time. I strongly recommend to start editing, to start checking out DaVinci and just edit stuff. Make YouTube poops if you don't have your own recordings, Make YouTube poops. Those are still super popular. They're like getting like a big boost on Twitter again recently, the YouTube poops. So now's a good time to make a YouTube poop. But like editing has been one of the most fulfilling things I've started doing in my life. And the fact that I've now finished my 4th longer video, and I'm still like, every time I make a video, I learn so many things about DaVinci and about editing and everything. It's I love editing, and I really want to keep doing it. And if people watch the videos, that's a nice, that's cool. That's a nice little bonus. But I want to. But for me, the most fulfilling part is finishing a video and seeing it like in progress and everything. So yeah. May I chat? I was thinking of continuing to stream after we're done with the watch party, but I'm gonna be honest, chat. It's very warm in my office. And I cannot open my window while I'm streaming because people outside will hear me, like this crazy stoat man talking about video games and such. So I am going to wrap it up now. I'm going to send you all away. But I'll be back tomorrow, Friday. Very late, by the way. Like, I will be back tomorrow, half an hour from now. So in 24.5 hours, I'll be back. It's a very late stream. I'm sorry. But it's I'm going to be playing Mecha Chameleon with Vdog and Celia. There's going to be a few of the people you saw in the video just now are going to be in there tomorrow as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. The game looks amazing. Mecha Chameleon looks very fun. And I'll also, of course, be back on Saturday with a regular Saturday stream. We're going to be playing. I need to double check with Chris to make sure that he's available on Saturday. But we're going to definitely play the new Darktide update later on Saturday with the others. So there's going to be a Saturday stream no matter what. Let's see, I think I did rate you recently. Yeah, I did rate... I was thinking of rating into Vdog, but I actually did rate her recently. And there's another person that I... Oh, I've rated you also recently. No, you know what? I'm gonna probably rate into Vdog then. She is AFK right now. But, like, it's thanks to her organizing this and her sharing her footage with me that I was able to like, make this video as good as it is. So we're gonna rate her. She's currently having a community night. I was going to torture you with a little workout, but the freaking heat wave is already killing me without doing anything, so you're spared. Yeah, honestly, like, nothing you could do to me could be worse than this fucking heat wave I'm dealing with. Alright, chat. Your rate message is... I am so tempted to make this backshots in the back rooms. But that would be a little bit too much. I don't want to make that my rate message. So we're just gonna go with the classic riveting rates, okay? Alright. Go hang out with Vdog. I'm going to open my window and I'm gonna live in my fridge for a little bit while I cool down. So see you all tomorrow for Mecha Chameleon and see you all on Saturday for Full Steam Saturday. Alright, thank you all for watching, for checking out the video, for liking and subscribing and commenting and all that good shit. Thank you all so much for that, and have a good rest of your evening. Bye bye.